Hey guys, and welcome back to another one of my videos. So I already made a few videos covering VRChat worlds, mostly showcasing them and telling you which worlds to check out. So because most of you seem to like those videos, today I've prepared for you 5 more VRChat worlds that you should check out. All the links that you're going to need are going to be down in the description. So without further ado, let's get into it. On our list is called Thari Spaceship. I apologize if I mispronounced that. This world is basically a ship, as it says, and it's orbiting around the planet Earth. It has some really good relaxing music. The scenery as well is really cool. Apart from having a cool background, the two really interesting things about this world is one, you're able to clap your hands together, actually your avatar hands, and it'll turn on the mirror. That is a cool feature. I've never seen this before in any VRChat world. As well as you are able to free float in the space. So if you walk off the ship, you basically have this low gravity and you're able to rotate your avatar and fly around the ship. Be careful with this because it is a little bit nauseating, so if you have motion sickness then you're not gonna like this. But yeah, the world is pretty cool. It's a nice relaxing world. The world is not quest compatible and it's 200 megabytes, so if you're able to, I 100% advise you to go check out this world. The next world we have is called 50 million Polygon Sphere. Now this world has not much going for it, but it is interesting because this world contains one singular asset that is the most unoptimized asset in this game. Sure, you might have seen some of other places that are unoptimized, but you have to understand that this is one singular asset that basically eats your frames. When you enable the mirror and you have it animated, you're basically looking in the single most unoptimized asset in this game, and your frames are going to tank. So if you don't have a powerful PC or internet, I wouldn't advise going to this world. There's not much to the world other than it being a gimmick. It is not quest compatible, and it is 133 megabytes. 8,800 blue lick RD. This world is rather interesting. I believe it is a house connected to a church, or basically a church connected to the house, and they have like a storage area. This whole place is basically 3D scanned. The entire thing you can walk around, and it's basically a 3D scan. Someone walked around with either a 360 camera or their phone, recorded the whole thing, and made it into a world. Now, why is this on the list? Well, simply because the house is filled with garbage and is completely destroyed. I mean, this place almost looks abandoned. And again, other than being something that you just go and look at if you have the time and patience, it is pretty funny. It is 17 megabytes and it is not quest compatible, so it's not going to take you that long to load into the world. And a world connected to this, kind of like a bonus, would be the junk store. Now this is again same concept, it's 3D scanned, but it is a junk store, so it contains a lot of old tech, mostly like printers and monitors and TVs. So yeah, I would advise you go check out both of these worlds as they're pretty funny. The next world that we have on the list is called Plank. What you're looking on the screen is basically the world, and yes, it is just rendering nothing. So what you're looking at is completely nothing. This is the whole point of the world. The only thing that you have are basically colliders. You can't jump, you can't have anything. You might seem that this world is pretty useless when it comes to anything, and well, most of that is true. But the one thing that some people actually use this world for is to test if VRChat kind of messed up the frames. So what I mean is, there's people that use this world for every time there's a VRChat update, they would go to this world and check out their frames, and if they're for some reason lower, then they know that whatever VRChat did, they messed up their frames while doing the update. The world is only 4 kilobytes, so it's not going to take you that long to load, and it is quest compatible, believe it or not, but I mean, that's not a shocker. The next world I'm sure most of you heard of. It's called the Audience Anarchy. This world is made by the same person who made the Murder 4, if you know the game in VRChat. And what the goal of this world is, it is basically improv, and it's kind of like a live acting where basically the audience can write what they want you to say, and they pick a script for what you're gonna go off of. So there's many different topics that you can do, but mostly there's audience and then there's actors, and you can choose to be either an actor or an audience. And what this world is basically they give you the topic, they give you stuff to read out, and most of it's improv, so you have to act it out, or you have to sometimes improvise and say some stuff like to kind of add to it. But think of it as just acting, where you depend on your audience and what they say and what topics do you pick. This world is pretty funny. I've been to it a few times now, and I'm sure most of you know it, but if you didn't check it out, grab your group of friends or a group of people that you know and just go to this world. It is hilarious and it is really cool. The world is Quest compatible, as well as it's 91 megabytes. So there you go. It's pretty funny, and 100% check it out. It is called the Echo Shooting Battle VRChat. Most of you, I'm sure, probably heard of this world already. It's pretty fun. Usually, I'm not a person who plays games on VRChat, but I would say that this world is pretty fun if you can grab a group of friends or people or even host some events in this world. Basically, what this is, you can have either a free-for-all or you can have a basically battle between your friends, and there's a few weapons that you can choose as well as some secondary weapons, and there's not much to the world other than that. You can do some extra settings. For example, you can control the time of how long the walls close, etc. The world is not Quest compatible and it is 25 megabytes. So that would do it for the world list. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you found out about some cool, interesting worlds on VRChat. Stick around for future videos, as I'm gonna have some pretty interesting stuff coming soon. And yeah, you might want to be around for that. As always, click here if you want to check out some of my other content that I have created, and click here if you want to stick with the channel and keep up with all my videos. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you around. Peace.